Hello children, welcome to Literature with Rachna. Today we will study Class 5, Unit 4, 5 Children and It, which is written by the author Edith Nesbit. She was an English author and poet. She published her books for children under the name of E. Nesbit. We can also find her name as E. Nesbit. She wrote more than 60 books for children. She wrote tales of fantasy and magic. Most of the stories are based on fantasy and magic, in which normal children come across an unusual character or event. Something amazing or something interesting or adventure they are come across with. So let me start paragraph 1. Before paragraph 1, we have an introduction of the story. So let me begin with it. Cyril, Anthea, Robert, Jane and the baby which is called the lamb live in London. Okay, this is the story of 5 children, those who are living in London. But their parents take them to stay in the countryside during the summer. It was summertime when their parents take them to stay in the countryside. Countryside means outskirt of city, and here outskirt of country. The idea of staying in the countryside was wonderful for the children. Okay, why it was wonderful for the children? Because they were used to rows of dull grey houses in dull grey streets with nowhere to go. Okay, they were getting bored while having a house in city, as they are having a simple houses and no streets, nothing to play, nothing to enjoy. So once they got a chance to go and stay countryside, and it was wonderful for them. However, their father had to go away on business and their mother had to go away too. Okay, they stay there in countryside, but their parents are going for the job or business. So when they are going, Cook and Martha, these two characters are there, Cook and Martha, they are looking after them. But the children quickly grow bored. They are growing bored when sitting at home with those two persons. So one day what happened? They decide to go outside and build a sandcastle in a big gravel pit. They decide, let me go out and we will make a sandcastle in a big gravel pit. Gravel pit means a place where gravel is dug out of the ground. Gravel is a collection of small pieces of rocks used in laying roads. So kind of place was there where they decided to make a sandcastle. While digging, they come across a strange creature. Okay, now this is the story begin with. The story begins here when they come across a strange creature. Let's see what happened in the story. It's alive! Anthea screamed. Help! It'll get away! So here who saw first? Anthea. Anthea saw the creature first, and she screamed, she shouted that it's alive, something is there and it's alive. Help, it'll get away. Okay, she's asking for help to her siblings. What have you found? Demanded Robert. A rat. Now in the second, the response came from Robert, who is asking that what have you found? Did you find any rat? Perhaps it is a snake, said Jane, shuddering. Shuddering means trembling with the fear or kind of nervousness. So she was shivering while watching the creature and she was predicting like it may be a snake. No, said Anthea. It's too big for a rat and too furry for a snake. She is telling that it is not so small, it is very big, it cannot be a rat and it's having fur and that's why it cannot be a snake. It's got hands and feet and it spoke to me. Okay, she's telling that it has hands and feet also, and the creature is speaking to me. Okay, let's see, what is it? "Leave me alone," said a husky voice, making them all jump back, and their hearts jumped nearly as fast as they did. This just the expression how they reacted when they listened the voice. Okay, and what was the voice? Actually, "Leave me alone," said a husky voice. Husky voice means that creature is creating a voice that is low and rough. Husky voice means low, a voice that is low and rough. So when they listen that sound, when they listen all these words, what happened? This expression is explained here, that they jumped back and their heart jumped nearly as fast as they did. Last of this page. Please come out," Anthea said into the hole. "I wish you would." Now here she is telling, "I wish you would." Okay, she is asking to the creature to come out from the hole. So let me see what will happen in next page. "Oh, well, if that's your wish," said the voice. Okay, the voice means only these words came out. "Oh, well, if that's your wish." After that, what happened? And out of the hole wriggled a fat, furry brown creature. While speaking this, what happened? From the hole, a fat, furry brown creature wriggled, came out quickly. It was about the size of a large cat. Now, in this paragraph, you will be having the explanation, the description of how the creature looks like. So, it was about the size of a large cat, but with arms, legs, feet, and hands like a monkey, long whiskers and pointed ears like a bat. Its eyes were on stalks like a snail's horns, and it could stretch or shorten them. Eyes were like snail's horns, and what it can do? It can stretch and it can shorten them. So this was the explanation how the creature looks like. Next, "Can we take it home?" asked Jane. Now when Jane asked that can we take this creature to home, what happened then? Let's see. The creature turned its long stalk eyes to take a good look at her. Her means Jane. Okay, the creature turned its long stalk eyes, and to whom it looked? It looked Jane. "Does she always talk nonsense?" it asked. And when it looked Jane, the creature asked that, "Is she always talking nonsense? Is it the way to speak?" Means, shall I go with you? Something he actually doesn't want to go with them to home, and that's why this sentence is spoken by creature. Let's see what is next. "She doesn't mean to," said Anthea gently, politely. She politely replied to the creature that she doesn't mean like that. "We won't hurt you. Don't be afraid." Okay, now she said also that we won't hurt you. When you will come with us to home, we won't hurt you, and you don't be afraid with this. What's the response of creature? Let me see. "Afraid," repeated the creature indignantly, angrily. Okay, he repeated, "You are talking about I am afraid of me. Don't you know a Zamet when you see one?" Now he's asking, don't you know who am I? Here this is Zamet. Okay, this is Zamet. It is not PP, is silent here, so pronounce it like Zamet. Now here he is telling that when you are watching any Zamet, so don't you know that I'm a Zamet, and how I will be a Zamet? Repeated Anthea. What's that? Actually, these are children, means this creature is new to them. Nobody knows about this, and that's why the reaction is given like that. What's that? Nobody knows. A sand fairy in English. Okay? It said crossly. It said, this is the reply of creature. It said that a sand fairy in English Zamid means a sand fairy in English. Now go away. It wriggled down into the sand again. Speaking this, giving the meaning of Zamid, the creature told them to go away from the place, and telling that it again wriggled down into the sand again. Wriggle means move quickly. Please don't go, cried Robert. 1 second, children. While it was going back to the hole, please don't go, cried Robert. Robert started crying and he told the creature not to go. You are the most wonderful thing I have ever seen. He is happy to see the creature and telling, don't go please. I have never seen such a creature before. The sand fairy smoothed its long rat-like whiskers and smiled. Okay, smoothed its long rat-like whiskers. Whiskers mean that long hair on chin, on face. We have long hair like a mouse and rat and rabbits have. Same. And begin to smile. How long have you been here? Asked Robert. He's asking about how much time it is like you are here underground. Ages, said the Zamid. Thousands of years. Now he's telling that I am living here thousands of years. Again, Robert asked, where are the other Zamids? Now only one they saw, they want to see more Zamids, and that's why Robert is asking where are others. The Zamid's head and whiskers drooped. Drooped means now it got down. The creature felt very unhappy. He was sad, and that's why he said, it is very sad. The children used to build castle on the beach for us to live in, but they would dig moats around them, and that nasty sea would rush in. Moats means deep, wide holes that are dug around a fort or a castle to protect it from being attacked. But unfortunately, the nasty sea would rush in, and that's why. What happened next? Let's see. What happened then if a nasty sea would rush in? Wasn't that fun? Asked Cyril. He's telling that it is very good. I think it's very fun when this is all happening, when they are making castle and then sea with the sea waves, it is going to flush with it. So he's asking like, is it not fun? Fun, said the Zamid. We are delicate creatures. If we get wet, we catch a cold and die. So there were fewer and fewer of us. He's telling just because of this action, just because of they are making castle and then all around they are digging moats, and that's why we are getting cold and we are dying, and that's the reason now there are fewer and fewer of Zamid. Now goodbye. After explaining that why the Zamids are not so more, what's the reason behind they are very less now. After telling this, he said simply, no, now goodbye. So this is the explanation of page number 1 and 2. Page number 3 and 4 explanation I will be giving you in my next video. So keep watching. Bye-bye.